movies have sucked forever. As a matter of fact, since you're talking about the movies sucking, I'm about to transition into something else I want to show y'all in regards to Hollywood. Did I? Yeah. I want y'all to take a look at this guy. I guess he's somebody. His name is Darwin Metzger.
It's too much to produce it here. And
Darwin was talking about Hollywood and the decline of Hollywood. And, you know, a lot of people might need to move out of LA because shit is. So I'm going to let y'all listen to this real quick. Let me show y'all that. Put that on the screen here.
The TV and film industry is not coming back to Los Angeles. Things are being produced elsewhere because it costs too much to produce it here. And frankly, there's a whole lot less demand. We had an incredible monopoly for many decades. We enjoyed it, but now that's gone.
You know, when he says the TV and film industry is not coming back to Hollywood, I think he's right. And another thing, does the TV and film industry, I know it exists, but with attention being so fractured and attention being everywhere and the lines being broken and there's no longer attention on monopoly, who cares about television and film at this point?
We have to pivot, and we have to pivot aggressively into live events, live entertainment. But that starts with cleaning up our city. You're going to notice all of the tourists around me are silent.
Even these productions that they're making in these different cities, nobody's watching this shit, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Who is watching this shit? It's a million shows on Netflix, and ain't nobody watching that shit. Nobody. I was on a show for 2 seasons on Hulu. I didn't move no tickets off that show. And I'm not saying this is it was the most popular show or no shit like that, but who is watching this shit? It's like Hollywood is shooting in the dark. Out of a million shows, only 2 of them people watch. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But there are people like this guy screaming at everyone. Everybody else walking past us.
You know why he's in LA? You know why he walked by that guy screaming at every goddamn body like on Hollywood Boulevard? He's doing that because the cost of living in LA is choking the life out of people. Okay? It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, you want 600 square feet, that's gonna run you 7,500. That's $5,000 to 7,500. There are no jobs. The shit is emptying out. The billionaires are leaving. I don't know. Where does the bleeding stop? Where does it stop?
It's going to be completely deathly silent on the Hollywood Walk of Fame because they're afraid of bodily harm, and they're one of 10 million people who travel to Hollywood every year. 10 million. Almost none of them come back a second time because it's just homelessness, hustles, bright red buses, and there's nothing to offer anyone. We have countless stars that I'm walking across that people just pass without even acknowledging because there's no reason for them.
Yeah, that's because I don't think people care. People don't really care about fame no more. Like, fame used to be this thing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm almost 50, so I'm 48. So back in the day when you would see a star, you get the goosebumps and shit, like, oh shit, that's such and such. But now it's just like, nigga, we looking at people that are in film and television like literal, just a regular worker. Like, people don't fucking care, and nobody cares anymore, man. Nobody cares. And I think Hollywood in itself is just like it's a concept at this point. Hollywood lives now in the cloud. Hollywood is in the sky. Hollywood is like more of a belief or ideology now. It's just been so broken down that it's just spilling over into all these little towns where the government will give tax incentives, tax incentives to film and shoot. But the problem with the tax incentive is it doesn't fucking matter because the unions have made the cost of business so high that now the Hollywood has to film in other countries. Yeah, they're gonna keep moving the goalpost. So you could make the shit high as hell. You could do a writer's fee of 30,000 a week. It doesn't matter because they're gonna go film that shit in Brazil. They're gonna film in Ireland. They're gonna film everywhere because the cost of business is through the fucking roof. And meanwhile, guys like me and people on Tubi and influencers and shit are gonna come in and eat up the attention. That's what's happening.
I think this would be the first area I would clean up if we're trying to revitalize and pivot Los Angeles into what I believe it needs to become, which is the capital of live entertainment. It's early January. The weather is incredible right now. This would be a perfect destination for.
Look, I see a lot of y'all saying things are watered down and different, and things have gotten watered down, but it really doesn't matter because our attention spans are on these damn phones. The attention is all right here. It's all in the phone. So we're not, even if it's something good, it's gonna be hard for it to break through because we're not even paying attention no more, bro. That's what this is turned into.
People to come time and time and time again. But it's just not an appealing scene. I think we could build an open air farmer's market right in the asphalt, just like the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, and close it down to car traffic, make this an open carry beverage entertainment hotspot. You're going to have a police presence, and you're going to have to basically ask people that are grifters or are homeless that they need to find someplace else to be because they shouldn't be the burden of our guests. Guy with a snake, some other guys screaming at.
What'd you say? Get off the internet? Bro, ain't nobody getting off the internet. It's over, dog. Go get the fuck off the internet. People won't be. You on the internet telling me this shit. What is you talking about? Ain't nobody getting off no internet. This shit is here to stay. It's like telling people to quit. You might as well go outside and say, hey, quit driving on the streets and the highway. Get off of them. It's not going to work, dog. What did he say? I love how he's harping on the problem, but I also try. Yeah, this is the solution. So this guy is basically saying in this video, turn Hollywood and LA into Disney World.
That means for whatever their respective hustle is. It's just an unsettling feeling. And I'm a pretty large guy. I'm 6'4", and I've lived here for 17 years. So I'm used to almost anything. And I'll be honest with you, even though I live less than 2 blocks away from the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I try to avoid it every chance I get because it's just not worth it. Just the constant barking. The Hollywood bus tours are just as problematic as everything else that I mentioned. But we've offered tourists no other alternative. So imagine if all of the stars that they don't even acknowledge because once they've seen, Mickey Mouse and Michael Jackson, that pretty much is checked off their bucket list. What if there were interactive tours and actual experiences around these stars celebrating the history of Hollywood? This could be just as good as any particular area of Disneyland or Universal Studios. But you have these dudes out here hustling. And that's it, by the way. It's just fucking sketch. You got people that are handing out CDs. If you take.
Yeah, everybody hustling, man, because they trying to pay the rent. Shit, that's what they doing, bro. Let me see. Oh, shout out to Boogie Swat. What'd you say? I only watch media such as your comedy more than culture. 85 South people that look and think like me, people that truly have talent, and that shit is genuinely absent of agenda. Yo, I appreciate that. I appreciate that support. I refuse to support Netflix and any other streaming service. I ain't mad at you. And as y'all know, too, Netflix is trying to pull all the podcasts and shit over there. And I want to salute those people, those podcasts such as The Breakfast Club and all these different podcasts that are going to remove all their video off of YouTube, which has the absolute highest reach. And they're taking it from the people and putting it behind that paywall. And the thing about it, people are so conditioned to watching podcasts on YouTube, like y'all watch me on YouTube. They're not going to Netflix for that shit. So now I tell anybody that's interested in being a creator, put your podcast on YouTube, because they're going to remove a lot of the big ones because they falling for this check and they won't have any control. So just put out as much content as possible, because you still got the eyeballs and shit. Like, I'm not going to Netflix to watch no goddamn podcast. I'm going to watch the podcast on YouTube where they belong, which is why Joe Rogan, when Spotify like gave him the money, then his shit was exclusive to Spotify. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I watched Joe Rogan's show. His podcast was exclusive to Spotify. Then all of a sudden, when they re-upped that deal, he put that podcast back on YouTube and back on Spotify. So they're on there simultaneously. So, you know, this thing that the industry seems to be desperately trying some kind of way to get that monopoly back on attention, but it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Even if they try to buy ISPs of the internet, people are always will continuously come up with a new solution for independence to prevail. This is the first time in human history where we, like, entertainment, the arts, whatever it is you love to do, the communication is just a pure meritocracy at this point. So this is your time to shine. Then that's to anybody. Yeah, Hollywood cook.
The CD, they say, oh, that's $5.
Oh my gosh. I hope this music don't give my channel a strike. Is this still on?
The food vendors and fruit cart vendors, they're actually as good as it gets, because you have people like this tweaking out. So if somebody wants to sell fresh mango, I honestly feel like we should let them. I think you put an area in the middle of the asphalt.
And you know the irony of this, a lot of them people, a lot of them homeless people out there are old Hollywood stars. Those were old extras and shit in sitcoms, and some actual principal players in sitcoms that are out on the street and living out of trash cans.
That becomes like a farmer's market, and you make it really affordable and approachable for everyday vendors. You're going to have to make some sort of deal with all these shops that have spent an insane amount of rent to do things sort of quote unquote the right way. But I think there's a compromise that can be made, because once they realize how much better and cleaner we can make this boulevard, everyone's going to do so much more business. But you have to clean up your act. You have to do something out here with intention. And I just don't see it happening. I see abandoned buildings. I see for lease signs where this shouldn't be for lease.
Yeah, that's prime real estate. Look at that. What's that phone number on there? We should call that number. Y'all want to call that number and see how much it costs to lease that building? I'm going to call that number. Y'all want to call it? I think I'm going to call that number. Let's call that number, see how much this thing costs to lease. Hold on, I'm going to hook my phone up so y'all can, I'm guessing y'all will be able to hear me. It is in, oh no, Roadcast, I'm sorry. Let's try to call. Let's see if we can. No. Hold on. Let me see. How much y'all think that's leasing for right there? What y'all think that's leasing for, that building? Can y'all see it? Because I'm going to try to call it. All right, cool. I think that's a 310 number. Let's see what it's going for. Let me switch my audio. Hold on. Two 229. I don't hear nothing. I ain't hearing nothing. It ain't hooking up. Hello? All right.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Hey, how you doing? I'm calling about this lease for this building you got on right by the Hollywood store.
You're interested in the property?
Yeah. I want to know what the lease is for that.
Oh, this is accounting. I'll transfer you to the leasing officer, but he's not in the office right now. You can leave a voicemail if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, bro. Oh well, I tried. Shit, I wanted to see what that was going for. We could lease that shit. Just for reason. I don't know what the hell I do with it, but yeah. But let's see what else he got to say. How you know he a Trumper, bro? I doubt if he a Trumper because he's in LA. That's a white man in LA. He's more than likely a liberal, dog. Like you just looking at him because he white, bro.
This is on a boulevard that has 10 million customers coming every year. There should be a wait list to be able to rent a place on the Walk of Fame. But that's not how we treat it. We treat it like a garbage can. And we're getting garbage results because of it.
And that weather is so beautiful out there too. It's a beautiful place. LA is beautiful. Oh gosh, bro. Please with this music.
I'll take whatever I can get as long as Rick runs. I saw today that Spencer Pratt has announced himself for mayor.
Well, I'm gonna leave that there.